Hello everyone, this is the first progress video of the game I'm developing, currently titled Project Imorah. My goal is to create a 2D side-scroller focused primarily on exploration with RPG and platformer elements. It will be a mostly linear single-player experience, but each level will be open to return to in order to uncover every secret. Think of a merge of elements from Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, Zelda, and Skyrim. With all that being said, let's actually check out Project Imorah. This is the player character, a girl named Aola. Obviously I can move around, this is using the WASD keys or the left control stick. I can also jump, I can double jump, and I can drop through these thin one-way platforms. This is pathetically basic stuff, but this actually took around the first month of development, so that the system could work with moving platforms, wind currents, and Unity's built-in friction system. I can also sprint with the left shift key, but it drains my stamina. Stamina is one of the three main stats the player is concerned with, which are shown at the top of the screen. The player has stamina for sprinting, health for obvious reasons, and mana for casting spells. These will be upgradable, of course, by collecting special items throughout the levels. So movement was a good foundation. I can make a basic browser game with just that, but I think it's fair to say that some combat would make the game a bit more interesting. Aola fights with an axe, a bow, and an energy shield. I can left-click to use the axe, right-click for the bow, and hold control to raise my shield. I have a basic ground attack, which also slightly swipes above me. If I jump and then melee attack, I can do an air spin, basically attacking like Sonic the Hedgehog. If I hold up in melee attack, I can do an uppercut, which also acts as a triple jump. And finally, if I'm in the air, I can hold down in melee attack to perform a gravity slam like Mario's ground pound. All of these special melee attacks, other than the basic one on the ground, drain stamina. If the player's out of stamina, they can still perform the attack, but it'll do exponentially less damage until their stamina is regenerated. The bow acts as you'd expect it to. Hold the right click to aim the arrow, and release to fire it. The longer you pull back, the more powerful the shot will be. Once you run out of arrows, you obviously can't use the bow. The shield is simple too. It drains mana as you hold it up, and it blocks damage. If you're out of mana, then you can't block anything. You can also attack with the shield to redirect incoming projectiles, which then deal damage to the enemy. These attacks interact with the environment in different ways. I could destroy a box with one melee attack, or I could use 2 arrow shots. I can redirect arrows in a wind current, but I won't be able to fire them very far while submerged in water. Of course, any of these can be used to kill enemies. Oh, I can also light arrows on fire. Oh, and myself. Fire is destructive and can spread fast. You can light an enemy on fire for damage, but be careful as they can set you and everything around them ablaze as well. I guess that's okay if you're next to water though. Electrocution is also cause for concern. Currents can travel from electrical gems to any conductors they touch. That includes metal terrain, the water, any ground-based enemies, and, well, the player. However, the current won't remain forever, and as long as you stay grounded, meaning you don't jump, then you won't take any damage. The combat systems lack flashy combos, but that's made up for with plenty of options of items to use. Player choice has become a bit of a pointless buzzword lately, but I do believe that if the choices actually matter, then the experience will be enhanced. As some examples, when a tough mud monster comes along, you could hack away at it with physical attacks, but you also have the freedom to blow it up easily with a bomb. You could try to man-fight the strong melee fighter, or you could just keep poisoning it and keeping your distance. Items will be used for combat and for Zelda-esque puzzle solving, such as using a short-range teleporter to pass through walls or to reach the back of a strong wind tunnel. If it wasn't clear, items are used on the hotbar on the right side of the screen by middle-clicking or pressing Q. To further emphasize choices for the player and give them something to collect in the world, there are runes. Runes are a way of modifying how the axe, bow, and shield operate. They may improve one aspect while hindering another, or they may simply cost additional mana to use. This rune for the axe reduces your max health, but regenerates it on every landed attack. This one for the bow splits the damage of one arrow across several. Another for the bow costs mana to slow down time when you aim. There are several other mechanics that have been implemented so far, but I believe that I've covered all the main ideas. For more details on all the mechanics, you can watch the demo video with me playtesting more of this build of the game, linked below. With that being said, that's Project Imorah so far. Over the course of 2018, I plan to finish designing the first level and start bringing in a lot of art assets to actually build it. I also plan to implement a way to purchase items, a way to sell items, a system of temporary buffs and debuffs from potions and vendors, a way to increase your stats, and most importantly, more types of enemies, more items, and more weapon runes. The game is currently a sandbox as there are no win or lose states, but the foundation for something more is already here. If you've watched this far, I want to thank you so much for taking interest in my project. I hope to impress you as I continue development, and please consider leaving a comment to let me know your thoughts or questions or criticisms, and if you're feeling super generous, consider sharing the video. If you want to see regular concept art for the game, consider checking out my DeviantArt page, and if you want to see updates on my progress before the 2019 video, consider checking out my Twitter page. Everything is linked below. Thank you all again for watching, and I wish you all the best with your own projects as well.